Hello, how is everybody today? I am so excited to be back on Facebook. I have been so busy behind the scenes with my company. There's just so much going on that there's just so much to share today, and I'm excited to hear and share this with you. So the first thing is Keeping went under like a massive rebranding, and it's still continuing, which is really, really exciting. And there was so much work behind it. How we work, how we were representing ourselves. And, it took a lot of time to redo things. And I just constantly find, new things to just constantly update. Um, I was having a conversation last week with a really incredible colleague of mine, Matthew, and we back and forth for a long time. We've been talking for a while on different together. I'm actually going to take a minute and tag him to see if he is around. Just to see if he's around. Hi, Rebecca. So excited you came on. So I'm going to post the replay on LinkedIn also. So if you are watching this on LinkedIn and you get distracted by the face noise, I'm sorry about that. We were talking about the accounting industry, how people get taken away by like, oh my God, I have to have the next sale in order to take on this expense, or I have to get on the next sale to get that expense. And we were talking about it, how like it really goes hand in hand, and it's not two factors that are independent. Now, some people don't want to spend on accounting just for the simple fact because they don't want to know the numbers, which I totally get that. Me, an accountant, I've been there, and I totally am guilty of that too. But comes a point when you really want to scale your business and you really need to know answers without necessarily looking for outside help, that you need to know as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, if you are able to do certain things in your business. So I'm making you aware today of this webinar that we're doing at the end of February. It's called where it's going to be talking about the importance of marketing and finance and how they complement each other. The name of the webinar is going to be how to create $1 million agency and not burn out while you're doing it. The most common thing about their company is that they grow, and then what happens is that they get so burnt out, they hold with what they're doing, and then they're really, really drained. And I can say also that I have not been in that situation, and because of my experience over the past decade, I have come up with a process and 3 stages of business that really talks about the growth in your business, of what you can do in each of those stages to help you along with just that. The 3 stages are launch, growth, and scale. Now, in this webinar at the end of the month, we're going to be talking about the secrets to knowing what you can do and what you can't in each. As everybody says that like 2020 is going to be the best year, and it's going to be the record year of all these new things and great numbers that are going to happen. But the only way that things are going to happen is if your behavior changes in the process. Now, people look to me for help all the time when they ask questions, but the core is not just setting up the right funnel. It's not just getting into the right software and being able to pay the money. It's the right people into your system so that you get the right product out. If you put good things into your system, you're going to get good outcomes. If you put bad into the system, you're going to get bad outcomes. So this is where we came up with the title of Where Marketing and Finance Will Dance. Because without one, the other one can't work. Now, you can grow, and then you can slowly go down the escalator or really, really fast crash because you don't know what you can spend. Now, lots of people are running to do Facebook ads or even like LinkedIn ads or even Google AdWords, all these expensive things. And I can tell you even my company that has scaled to multiple six-figure income, personally don't do Google AdWords. I have ways that I work with between online and offline that I've chosen ways that work for me and that I live and breathe by to perfect and master those systems so that my company can grow. Now, there will be a time when I'm going on to, and I've had my times where I've wanted to, even currently, where I've wanted to jump into Facebook ads because it just seems like a no-brainer. You still have to master it. You still have to learn all the tweaks. You still have to have someone, if they're going to lead it, now they need to get paid. And you're also banking on their success for your success. Now, let's talk about that for a few minutes. Gambling on somebody else's success as your basic structure is risky. So I'll tell you a recent story for me that I was paying somebody to help me with Infusionsoft, and to a degree it was no-brainer. But then it came to me, I mean, I've had multiple people over the years, but this recent person, it really alarmed me how the person was not making me aware of all the work that they were doing for me. They're really just sending me these fancy bills. Now, every time I would reach out to them for help and status on what was going on, they would have all these immense questions, but I never saw work product. But again, all of a sudden, I just saw this fancy bill that would just tower everything, and I would be like, hey, you know, what's going on here? It also led me to believe on what I can do at a more affordable level so that my money generating activities that I can do. Now, separately in a live, I want to go over that on what an owner should do and what an owner should not. But the banking on somebody else's success for yourself is a big thing, because if they don't succeed, you don't succeed. So I'll tell you another quick story is that I have other professional legal help on something, you know, for my company as a, and you know, that person got busy and didn't do certain things, and a good amount of detail passed them, and I was bearing the consequences of that. Now, nothing is going to change in the relationship in terms of my thing, but he just didn't do it. And what happens in that situation is that I suffer the consequences. So this awareness of this webinar is like, hey, you know, I want to scale, I keep growing in these different ways, but I just can't keep getting past that mark. So the first stage, I'll talk about them quickly, but I want you to just be aware of them and keep out on the webinar. And if you're attending this webinar, I would love for you to put your email below this live so that you can be on our list to share. We are also going to invite a small amount of people for the live version, and then there's going to be a replay. So also, if you know someone who would be interested in this, I would be so grateful if you shared this live with them, or if you tag them so that they can benefit from this. And if there's something that aligned with you, I want you to share it with me as well. And any questions, of course. So the first stage is launch. Launch is when we're really trying to take our business off. It's like, shoo, we have the idea, and a lot of us, when we go to sleep at night, we wake up or in the shower, we have all these great ideas, and then we're like, oh, should I do a business, should I not? And that's like your first $5,000. That's, you know, your launch phase, and the only thing that you're focused there is really just having meetings. So you're looking for people who will talk to you, from family, who will introduce to you, you know, all of the ways that you can do it the low-hanging way and not spending on advertising. Your automation is going to be your mouth at this point. It's not going to be a software. It's not going to be hiring someone. Until you make that first $5,000, it's going to be your own mouth to help you at that level. So this is where marketing and finance will meet, is that you have to take that on as the business owner and not outsource that. If you do, you have to have an exorbitant backing in terms of so that you can get supported if things were to crash or things were to increase, depending on that. But assuming you're that on. The second part is growth, and this is when you be $5,000 or more. Now, it's not just beating the $5,000 or more, it's beating it in a consistent way. So I say it's beating it in a consistent way for at least 1 quarter. So that's 3 months. 4 or 5 months even is better, so that you know you have consistent income. Now, with my clients, we have contracts. So with those contracts, I know how long is the lifespan of my client and even for the work that we are doing for them. Now, at this point, you can do other things like LinkedIn. You can build a funnel for LinkedIn. You can do marketing by email and pay for those types of things because your company is generating income. So at that point, there's more to it. The last stage is scale. Now, scaling is when you decided on your niche as well, when it's more specific. So let's say like you're in the HVAC industry and you want to only focus on HVAC for homes and not for commercial. You really want to specifically go down into your niche and you really want to like master it and be the person known for that. Now, at this point, it's not going to be only you. You're going to be able to build a team and all the beautiful things with that. Now, a lot of times people go between growth and scale. Lots of times people go between launch and growth. They go back and forth between the stages. But once you have these tools in your belt that to help you to keep in those alignments of income, you're going to be able to keep going up and up, or just stay consistent. I mean, I had a client a few months ago who I spoke to, and I was really like intrigued by this guy who he really just wanted to stay consistent where he is because he said that beyond that he had to have more staff. It decreased his freedom hours. He goes, if anything, he wanted more freedom. That's really what he was interested in, which is really the power of automation. Now, all sorts of things that happen like that, and it also could be what's going on in your life. Sometimes you just if you just had a baby, you just want a break, if you want to catch up on some creativity behind the scenes, all those sorts of things that you can plan for your business so that you can have the business that you dream of. So for today is I'm letting you know about this beautiful webinar that's coming out. I think it's Thursday, February 20th, and then it's going to go viral around the 27th. The purpose of it is to help make 20 a record year for you, and that you can gain interest in this so that you can get the support that you're looking for. Now, in this webinar, you're going to know the secret to knowing the art behind where marketing and finance dance. And we talked about today the 3 stages. We talked about launch, growth, and scale. Launch is a cap at 5,000. Growth is when you're more than 5,000, and scale is really when you can take it through the roof, probably around $15,000 to $20,000, where you're really like hitting the ground running, and you're like just off to like killing it more and more and more. So I hope you enjoyed today. I would love if you're listening live, if you're watching the replay, I would love if you let me know what helped you, what questions you have, if this didn't align with you at all, if you don't find it helpful. And like always, if you have questions, I would love for you to reach out. And I invite you for a free call with me if you are looking for the help before the webinar comes out so that I can help you through your journey. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye, friends.